Today we're going to discuss having a wealthy retirement. We're going to look at what does it mean and how can we plan to achieve it and get there. We're going to give some practical advice and guidance how you can enjoy and arrive at your financial freedom and enjoy a wealthy retirement. Join me on Simply Money. Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to define what does a wealthy retirement look like for us. Only you know what that will look like. For some people, they need $50,000 a year to live a very comfortable life. For others, they can't imagine living on $50,000 a year. So the first thing you need to figure out is how much do you need to live and what will define your wealthy retirement? What does financial freedom mean to you? And just like a roadmap, you have to plan out where you're going to go and how you're going to get there. I know for some of you younger folks, you probably don't even know what a roadmap or an atlas is. We never took a road trip without our handy atlas in the glove compartment, and we had highlighted the roads we were going to take to get us from point A to point B. Today, we have the wonderful joys of technology. You just type in your destination and it'll give you the fastest route. And if there's a roadblock, it'll take you around. Life isn't that easy. Life doesn't have a built-in GPS. You have to plan out what is your goal, where do you want to get, and how are you going to get there? Are you going to take the highway, the most direct route, the fastest way, or are you going to take the scenic route and enjoy some of the things along the way? When we used to travel, sometimes we just wanted to get to the destination. We'd hop on the highway and we would go. We didn't care, we'd travel overnight. We wanted to be where we were going. We didn't care about everything in between. Well, for some people, they're pursuing that type of retirement or that type of financial independence where they're not enjoying things now. They're putting everything aside and they're just trying to get to the destination. I think most people will fall in the category like you're taking a road trip and you're just enjoying the scenery along the way. You still have a final destination where you want to get to, but you're going to enjoy some things along the way. And that's okay. You just have to plan for them. You have to make that part of your trip. What road are you going to take to achieve your wealthy retirement and your financial freedom? Just like the road trip, there's lots of different ways you can get where you want to go to. How are you going to invest into your future? Are you going to be into the stock market? Are you going to invest in index funds or mutual funds or individual stocks? Maybe you're going to go more conservative and you're going to have CDs and high yield savings accounts. There's a lot of things to think about, a lot of things to dig into and dive into. Maybe you want to be into real estate. You want to have an income stream, but you want to do it without leveraging yourself and building debt with all these different mortgages as you try to rent it out. There's a lot to consider. You have to make a plan. It's just like if you plan on going on to a fitness program. You don't just go into the gym and start working out. You have to figure out what are your goals and what exercises will get me to my goal. Am I trying to build muscle? Am I trying to build strength? Am I trying to lose weight? Am I trying to build endurance? Different goals require different methods to achieve it. Financially, it's no different. Are you trying to reach a goal where you have a set amount of money in retirement and then you're selling off those assets? Or are you trying to build a portfolio where you have an income stream, perhaps from diversified index funds that have dividends that are paying to you on a month or quarterly basis? Or perhaps you pay cash for a rental property and then you're generating income from that rental. Again, only you know what works for you. I personally don't want to be in real estate because I don't want the hassle of dealing with people. It's not passive income. People talk all the time about rental being a passive income. It is not. I want truly passive income where it sets and it pays. And that's why I focus on dividend funds. That is my investment tool that I use, and I do it with high growth dividend stocks in index funds that produce not only ongoing income, but also growth to my principal. But again, that's my road and the scenic route I've chosen to take. What road, what scenic route are you going to take? You need to make a game plan, and it starts today. You have to make a game plan, but you also have to be ready for life obstacles. Let's continue with our road trip scenario. You may be on the road to where you're headed, and there's a roadblock. Perhaps there's a bad accident or the road's closed for repair. Now you have to reroute and go a different direction to get where you want to go. Life can happen that way. Perhaps the stock market is way down. That's not a total derailment of your plan, but it requires that you navigate through that slower traffic. Are you going to get off the highway and try to go around? That's what can happen. When the stock market's down, people will jump off and try to find a different route. Is your plan going to be derailed by obstacles? Perhaps you had a goal because you're going to save so much per year and then you get a pay cut or you lose your job. That's not going to derail you. It's just an obstacle that now you have to navigate and reestablish the direction and the route you're going to take. Hit that GPS and say, find me another route. Do your homework. Look into other options. Do you need to make more income? Look for side hustles. Look for ways to increase your income. There are a lot of life obstacles that will come your way. How will you deal with it? If you don't have a good solid goal in place and you don't have a game plan set up, every little thing will derail you and you'll never reach your destination. So when you're on a road trip, especially back in the day when you had the Atlas, every once in a while you did a check to make sure you were on the right road. You had your trusty navigator in the passenger seat telling you which way you should be going, and you want to make sure you're still on the same route that you had planned. Or were there some obstacles that took you to different roads that now you have to make sure you're still going to get to your destination and you reevaluate. Looking at your investments, looking at your financial goals toward your wealthy retirement is no different. Every once in a while, you need to do a checkup. Maybe that's quarterly, maybe it's semi-annually. You need to look at what you're invested in. You need to look at what you're investing, how much you're investing. You need to look at your budget. And are you on track with the things and the goals that you had set? I set up annual financial goals and I check on them each year. Did I achieve the goal, or did I at least make progress toward that goal? If not, what kept me from that so I can reevaluate and make a new plan and a new course of action for reaching my goals. And that is something, if you want to reach your wealthy retirement, your success, your financial freedom will only come as you set your goal and as you reevaluate your progress on a regular basis. Now, I'm not talking about looking at the stock market, whether it's up or down, and jumping off and bailing on those, because part of that is the long-term understanding that you are in this for the long haul. You are going to have some slower days, some slower years. You don't go on a cross-country trip and expect that you're never going to hit a traffic jam. It's just part of it. That is part of the journey. Part of the journey financially is you're going to have some lows. That's not the time to panic. That's the time to look at your goals and realize this is just part of the process. Enjoy the ride, because it will get you to where you're going if you stick to the plan. I want to talk about two final things. One, first of all, is enjoy the ride. Enjoy the journey. I've taken so many road trips in my life, starting when I was a young kid with my family, and then doing likewise as a single adult and as a family man, taking my own family. Part of the enjoyment isn't just where you're going, it's the process. It's the things that you see along the way. One of the reasons I love doing cross-country trips is because if you fly somewhere, you miss so many things in between. So many opportunities to take a pit stop, take off to a scenic view, go into a local place and find something that you would not have seen if you had just flown over it. I'm not opposed to flying. Trust me, there's times when I just need to get to the destination and I'm flying. But the road trip is enjoying the life along the way. Don't miss the journey that you're on. Don't get so single focused on your retirement or your financial freedom that you forget to enjoy and set aside some of your hard-earned capital for investment now. And the greatest asset you have is investing in yourself, investing in experiences that bring joy to yourself and those that you love. Invest in others. Those are things along the road to your financial freedom that will bring greater reward than even the destination itself. The final thing is, if you're at your destination, are you disappointed? See, part of your wealthy retirement, part of the journey is having a plan. I'm not retiring from work just to do nothing. I have a plan. What is your plan? What is your goal of financial freedom? To be free of your time, to do what you want? What are you going to do? So many people say, oh, I would get bored when I retire. That's because they don't have a plan on what they're going to do with their time. What is the their goal. Is the goal just to do nothing? Well, that's probably not a good goal. And that's not a wealthy retirement. A wealthy retirement is being able to do things that you set out to do. Having the resources to do the things you desire to do. Maybe it's spending more time with your kids or your grandkids. Maybe it's more time in a hobby of golfing or hiking. Maybe it's traveling around. Maybe it's taking a vacation spontaneously and not having to think about, oh, I have to plan this in 3 months. There's so many different things that you can look at. It can be as simple as gardening and doing things that you enjoy, but you have to have a plan and enjoy that time. But enjoy those things now as well on your way to that goal. Otherwise, the journey becomes a burden and not a means to your success. So remember, as you are planning on your wealthy retirement, you need to have a plan. You need to have your roadmap. What is the destination you want and how are you going to get there? Look at the different ways that you can travel. Look into different investment opportunities. Look in different ways to earn more income to boost up the amount you're saving. Look at different options and don't go the same way that everyone else is going. Just because somebody else wants to take a particular road doesn't mean that's the road you should take. This is your journey. There's a saying when people go backpacking that everybody has to hike their own hike. What that means is we may go as a group, but we all have to have the single-mindedness that we're all going to hike our own hike. For example, some people go a lot further in one day. Some people make more momentum going uphill. Others go slower going downhill. It just depends. Some people want to sit at different places and enjoy the scenery that they've worked so hard for, while others just want to make sure that they get to the destination, and their goal is to overcome the difficulties of the entire process, not so much all the stops on the way. Life is like that. The financial journey is like that. You have to live your own life. You have to make your own financial roadmap to the wealth and the success that you desire and define that for yourself. I hope this helps you. I look forward to our next video. If you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe for me. It helps me continue to bring you information that helps you reach your financial freedom. And we will see you next time on Simply Money.